Hello, everyone, and good morning and good evening. I'm Amita from Nourish Talk, a platform for natural and holistic therapies. We are going to be talking about a very interesting topic today. It's called hormonal imbalance. So, what happens, when our hormones go out of balance? And do you know that there are I'm also an end user like yourself, but there are so many different hormones that can go out of balance in our bodies. So there you are. We will be talking with Priyanka. She is a clinical nutritionist. Priyanka, your picture is kind of upside down. Can you just kind of yes, thank
Is
you,
better?
thank you so much. And
Uh-huh.
so I was welcome. So I was just telling our users that we are going to be talking about hormonal imbalance and how diet can help. And joining me is Priyanka. She is a clinical nutritionist and she is just joining me right now. Welcome, Priyanka.
Thank you so much, Amita, and a very good morning to you.
Thank
And good morning, everyone, whoever has joined, and good evening as well, right? Two different time
Yes,
zones in the two different parts of the world, right?
absolutely, absolutely. So Priyanka is a clinical nutritionist, right? And you help a
Yes,
lot of people with PCOS, hormonal imbalance,
right,
obesity, lot of issues, right, with
right.
all of us going through. So let's talk about hormonal imbalance and what happens. Something goes out of whack, right, in our body, and we are just kind of going a little twisted here, not literally, but something in our body that goes out of whack, right?
Right, Amita. This is something which needs to be addressed majorly, and especially with the women and the young girls in the age range of from when they hit the puberty, when they hit the teens, from there till the reproductive age, till the menopausal. That is the major problem. Hormones is secreted in everyone, obviously. So, in a layman language, if I have to describe, it is chemical messenger, and it
Mm-hmm.
is the one which controls our 50 trillion cells. Like if you have
Right.
the hair thinning, or if you have the hair loss, or if you are losing weight, you are gaining weight, you have got diabetes, we keep hearing we have hypothyroidism, or we have hyperthyroidism. So all these sleeplessness, lack of libido, and low testosterone levels, all these are hormone related. So basically hormones are very mighty chemical substances which are produced in very small quantities
Mm-hmm.
from different organs. Like it is in the pituitary, it's in the ovary, it's in the testis, it's in the pancreas. So they are produced in very small quantity, and the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of it is that it never gets stored. Whenever
I
it
see.
finishes its works, it is excreted out of the body because it can be that harmful. All right. Now when we this basically, if the hormone is in the balance, our well-being is in good health. Like we are healthy, we don't have, we are disease free, stress free. Now what happens is, if this hormone level can behave funny, either it can be produced slightly from the basal range, slightly lower, or slightly higher. If it is
Mm-hmm.
higher, we say hyper. If it is lower, we say hypo. So what happens whenever these hormones are not being secreted or produced in the basal amount, then it is
Mm-hmm.
hormonal imbalance,
I
and
see.
that leads to myriad of problems.
Got it. Got
So
it. Yeah.
one more thing I would like to, Amita, add. I know that this, for example, when we speak about stress, we speak about sleeplessness. All right. So generally, people, as a general patient, we go to the doctors. The doctors give them medicines to
Mhm.
cover up the symptoms. All right.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
symptoms are being covered up, but the root cause is not being addressed. So hormonal imbalance is a big thing, and it is
Yes.
increasing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
No, but this
So
is this. No, a lot of people don't know about all this, right? The hormonal imbalance. I mean, we just say, "Oh, my thyroid is not working properly," or something, right?
exactly,
I mean,
exactly.
that's what people say, and then nobody. I mean, not that nobody, but most of us, I would say, as a layperson, don't
Mhm.
understand the reason why it is not working. Not, and to your point,
So
right?
I'll tell you this thing. So since right now I'm working with most of the gynecologists, like I have this everyday patients pouring in an average around 10 patients, especially the young girls. They are
Mm-hmm.
overweight, all right, And it's just very sad to see that even I mean, I should not, the doctors definitely, I respect them a lot, but then they want to cover up the symptoms. So what happens, the young girls are being put on contraceptive pills. Why? So that the periods are regular. Now when you're putting a girl on a contraceptive pill, so what is happening, all the other hormones are not working properly. That is one thing what happens, Amita, is like when one hormone, like when we say hormonal imbalance, one hormone goes up, so 7 hormones goes down. So it is not one, it is interrelated. And now another misconception is like girls will say they want to lose weight, they're overweight, and they will say that I have PCOD and that is why I'm not losing weight.
Oh.
I have hypothyroidism and that is why I'm not losing weight. They fail to realize that it is the other way around. Since they are overweight, they have PCOD. Since they are overweight, they have this hair fall. So everything is linked. So as soon as you get the central obesity, we'll see that PCOD will set in, diabetes will set in, and your hypothyroidism will set in. And then they think that these are the reasons why they are gaining weight, and it is natural to gain weight. So this is the whole thing, because this hormonal imbalance are caused by many factors, especially the stress. Nowadays we see that stress is a major reason which is causing these hormones to go haywire. Another is a lifestyle. You have seen, Amita, like now what happens is we think, especially the teenagers, not even the teenagers, I won't even blame them, we as an adults also, we think we will switch off the light, it will be night, and we switch on the light, it will be day. It is our thought process. We sleep at 2 o'clock in the night, 3 o'clock in the night, and we wake up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So we fail to understand that this is our thought process. We are forcing our body to work in that manner, but our body is following the natural cycle, the circadian cycle. With the sunrise, it is morning for it, and with the sunset, it is evening for it, our body. Now what happens, Amita, many people, they don't know that our hormones are being produced in pulses. They are not in a basal level. Like we have insulin a basal level. Kind of whenever whenever we eat food, our insulin level will spike up. Okay? Because it has to digest that food. In the same way, in the morning, there is a different set of hormone which has kept our metabolism active. So when we say that don't eat fruits after 4 p.m. or avoid eating fruits after 5 p.m., it doesn't mean that 100 calories which is contained in the fruit suddenly becomes 500 calories. No, our body, the hormone which was working in a particular manner till 5 p.m. in the evening has stopped working. So now that the fructose in the fruit is not being metabolized, but it is being stored as fat in the body. So these are lots of things. The lifestyle, say the food habits, the junk food, the processed sugar, stress, sleeplessness, inactivity, sedentary lifestyle. So there are a myriad of factors. You sit down and I can talk on this. Yes, they come into play. And I'll give you a classic example. You know, a young girl, 9 years of age.
Wow.
She's 5 feet. And Amita, can you guess her weight? Just give me a wild guess. 9-year-old girl, 5 feet. What must be her weight?
It should be very small, like, I don't know, about 25 kilos maximum, or 20.
32 is good. She's 84 kgs. She's 84 kgs. And the mother says, oh, it's okay, it's normal, because from my in-laws side, everybody is heavy. So this is the kind of approach.
No, but I think that the people are not aware. See, that's the problem. And like you know, that people generally and public. So for all the young people, not that I'm against, partying or anything like that, but but generally for the young teenagers, they would party like, at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a habit, like you're saying, and then they wake up at noon. So that is going to hurt them, to your point.
Exactly. Exactly. Other day, this lady comes to me, a 24-year-old young girl, she's studying. So right now she's in lockdown, so she's back home. So she says, I sleep at 5 a.m. in the morning and then I wake up at 3 p.m. in the morning. And then she says, my lunch is around 5 p.m. I said, now please don't mention any food as lunch or breakfast. Now just tell me what you eat and what time. Period.
Yeah. So let's talk. So let's come to your. I think these are really good points that you're making, Priyanka. For all the users who are watching or who might watch later, just follow the simple rhythm. That's what Priyanka's talking about.
Exactly.
Right? When the sun goes up, you wake up. When the sun goes down, just go to bed. Don't do all these crazy things, which I think a lot of young people, especially the teenagers, like you're talking about, that they're either playing video games at night or just going to parties or whatever is happening. But their circadian rhythm most of the time is opposite to what it should be.
True. Yeah, Amita. Yeah.
All right. So from a diet perspective, let's talk about the diet perspective. So this is the circadian rhythm. Now let's go to the diet. What can they do? What is the path to recovery? I know it's a long path, but at least it's simple, small steps. What is it that they can do?
See, Amita, it's a very simple thing. We don't need any rocket science. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely few conditions which has hormone imbalance involved. It requires medicine for the life, but most of them, like this thyroid or this PCOD or this just diagnosed diabetes, it can be reversed. Not in almost every cases, but yes, most of the cases it can be reversed, and we don't have to do anything. We have to eat small frequent meals. Because I take a classic example of PCOD, or I take a classic example of hypothyroidism, which is the major chunk which I'm seeing nowadays. So okay. What happens when we are seeing this, the metabolism is going down completely. Now we have to boost up the metabolism. So boosting up the metabolism, first of all, we have to give them small frequent meals. And we have to ensure that the meals which they are taking, so ideally 2.5 to 3 hours gap is good enough, like 3 major meals and 3 minor meals. Simple it is. And whenever we are seeing about the major meals, Amita, what we have to do is we have to focus on the fibers, on the vegetables, either steamed, sauteed, cooked, chutney, or like grated, whatever. So what happens when we are increasing the fibers, these fibers are not getting converted and stored in the body as fat. They are help removing the cholesterol which is already deposited. So the deposited fat, only 2 ways you can reduce, either by the diet and exercise. Okay, so then for the diet thing, we need to fill the stomach with the good nutrients. So fibers has to be the dominating food on the plate, 50% in all the 3 meals. All right, and 25% should be protein. Protein can be in the form of your soya bean or your egg, milk products, or your chicken, fish. So I'm not against any of the food, definitely no, but yes, against the packaged food, the processed food. Like when we say 25% should be protein and 50% should be fibers, and 25% should be carbs. Okay, so carbohydrates are demonized. People will not eat rice. People will suddenly stop eating plain bread. So not against. Yeah, multigrain is definitely good. Whole grains are definitely good because they are again rich in fibers. They are less processed. We want that. But then again, you have to eat mindful in the sense, if suppose I am in a rush and I have got only those white bread made up of flour, wheat flour. So what I can do is I can stuff it with hung curd or the veggies or the egg and lots of salads, and then make a grilled sandwich. So it has to have a balance of fibers, protein, and the carb. But yes, again, I would emphasize on the fibers, and would emphasize not to take anything off the shelf processed. People are going after oats, instant oats. So if anything which is instant, Amita, you also know that it has been ripped off all the goodness. It has been processed to such an extent that it can be cooked immediately. Okay.
Yes.
So all those put with muesli they sell. Muesli, they will add all those preservatives. So anything which is palatable, which people think that they're pouring in the milk and they're eating it immediately. So definitely it is not that easy. Definitely it has been made palatable so that you can buy it. So and then obviously this marketing gimmicks, like people send me these pictures that can we eat this, can we eat this. So it is hidden. They don't understand. We think we are reading the labels. In the oils, you will see the plant-based oils, they will write cholesterol free, which is a fact. Any plant product will never have cholesterol. If it is too much of fat, we eat it, it gets converted into cholesterol inside our body. Only the animal products will contain fat. So that is why home cooked meal, less processed sugar, less of the bakery products, three major meals, three minor meals. Vegetables try to cook and eat, because certain vegetables like cruciferous, cabbage, broccoli, kale, they all have goitrogens which can hamper our functioning of the thyroid gland, but it doesn't mean that we cannot have it. The soybean products, if properly cooked and variety of food we are taking, definitely it can be incorporated. And then trying to give a gap of 2 hours to 3 hours between the sleep time and the dinner time. Now, another thing which has begun, that people try to eat the food by 6 o'clock, 6:30, and sleeping at 11 o'clock. So it's not that. I say if you're sleeping at 10:30, 11, try and have the dinner within 8. You don't have to go to 6:30.
Yeah.
So now what is another thing is happening is, Amita, is too much of information on the internet.
Yes.
That is the major culprit nowadays, what I understand.
And people follow, they read and they just start following. Oh, I read it on the internet and this must be good, right? And we don't know where it's coming from, in the sense whether it's credible sources or not.
Exactly. And whether it suits me or not, because each one is a different person, each one has a different chemical makeup, right? So basically 3 major meals, 3 minor meals, more of fibers, 1 fruit every day, 10 to 12 glasses of water, and off the processed sugars in any form. And you will gradually see the change. Within a month or 2, you can definitely see a change. That's the basic.
That's great. So let's so just give some examples of fiber. Just 2, 3 food types. Yeah.
Okay. So when we speak about fibers, it is not only veggies in the form of fibers. So all the vegetables have fibers, all the fruits have fibers. Now again, when we say fruits and vegetables, we try to say 4 to 5 servings every day. Now fruits we try to restrict because we are looking at weight loss. So fruits have fructose, which are sugars. So we will concentrate more on different kinds of vegetables. Any vegetables, green leafy vegetables, your broccoli, your spinach, your kale, and your beans, and any vegetable per se, properly cooked, we can take it. We try to avoid the starchy food like the colocasia or the yam or the potato. We try to avoid it slightly. And salads, onion and garlic is extremely good if you can crush it and eat it. So these are different kinds of fibers. Again, when we speak about the whole pulses, we speak about the sprouts. So what happens, it is protein, but the covering, the sprouts, the whole pulses, they have a covering. So that again is fiber. When we speak about the whole grains, we are speaking about different millets. We are talking about rajgira. We are talking about amaranth. We are talking about quinoa. So they are all millets, grains, cereals, which are good in fibers. Then we are speaking about the mixed seeds, the flax seeds, the sunflower seeds. So again, they are good antioxidants. They are good source of fibers. They are good source of protein. Now people think that only supplements can give them protein, but it is not that. Even our regular food, if we sit down and mindfully calculate, we'll see that we are getting our the required daily amount of protein from our regular food. So it has to be a balance. Like every meal should have either a dairy product or should have something from the legumes family, like the whole beans, the kidney beans, the white beans. So these also have fibers along with protein. So no food is separate. It works in synergy. There is a conformation. So that is why we avoid supplements. Like people will pop pills. They will say omega-3 pills, vitamin E pills. So the supplements also, they don't work alone in a manner in which within the food, in a synergy, they work. So this is one thing. I'm against supplements. I'm against these powders unless it has been medically advised by some physician. Yes.
Correct. So I think you made a very good point. Like what we don't want to do is we do not want to replace supplements with medication, right? Now, what all of us think is, oh, like I'll take a supplement, not that I do it, I'm very careful, but generally speaking, as
Yeah.
a thing, say, oh, let me take this protein powder, whey protein powder, or it has this, it has that. And then even if I don't eat, like to your point, it's okay because I'm taking a supplement anyway, so it will be fine. And
True.
that's not the right approach, right? That's what you're saying.
Exactly. Yeah, Mita. That is. Then they will come to me. Oh, you've got wonderful hair. So what shampoo you use and what hair mask you use? I don't use anything. I pick up any shampoo. I mean anything. Sometimes the shampoo is over. I use a shower gel to wash my hair because it is
That's
not something
funny.
which is from outside. It is what goes inside, and it is a long drawn process. It is a hygiene factor. It cannot happen overnight. So once we start.
So I hope the viewers are getting the point here. Yeah, go ahead, Priyanka. There was a small thing. So it's the inside cleansing, what Priyanka's talking about, not the outside, oh, someone has beautiful hair or beautiful skin. It's not the type of makeup or, right, the beauty products or whatever people are using. I mean, I'm talking about girls right now. So someone's making some comments. But the thing is, if you are cleansed inside, you are going to look, it's going to show outside.
Exactly.
Right? And how do you cleanse yourself inside? That's what Priyanka talked about. Load up on the veggies, eat a balanced meal and get rid of your packaged food and stop sleeping at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? That is,
and
it's
water,
not that
hydration is highly underrated, Amita. Please emphasize on, when you're reiterating, emphasize on hydration. 10 to 12 glasses, which does not include your milk, coffee, and alcohol. These three are dehydrating agents. Rest everything. If you are taking some fresh lime, if you are taking some rasam, like soup, clear soup, or the water, they are all hydrating agent. And morning, if you take a glass of water, warm water with the lemon, not honey, only lemon squeezed. No, not honey. So only lemon squeezed. What happens? It helps detoxify the system, in the sense it won't help you lose weight. No, but definitely it will help your body to bring to a pH in which it works optimally.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, I was just going to show you a glass of my water, but I do put honey, so I need to stop taking honey out.
Yeah, don't do that. Just take water. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll connect over this later.
Of course. So this is a very informative session, guys. These are small sessions. We try to do 15-20 minutes. This is not a medical advice. These are just educational sessions, but we are trying to educate all of us, including me, is that, how to understand your body, right? And try to put in the right things in your body. It's like as simple as that. So hopefully you enjoyed this session. I see a lot of people joined. If you have any questions, if you don't have questions right now, you can DM us or send us a feedback, and we are here for you every single day. Thank you so much, Priyanka, for being with us. And hopefully we'll be bringing some amazing programs as well in March that will help you. Well, someone said very informative. Thank you. Any feedback, anything helpful? Great. So hopefully you will start implementing it. Anything else, Priyanka?
Session I would like to keep about next session whenever we plan. So we'll keep about seed cycling, because I'm seeing beautiful results from seed cycling. So we'll discuss at length on that topic, right?
No, I think seed cycling I wanted to talk about today, but I think we want to keep the sessions small so that people can digest it. And then we'll talk about seed cycling in our next session with Priyanka. And we would love to have Priyanka on a regular basis. We'd love to have you on a regular basis.
Thank you so much, Amita. It is a pleasure, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Loved it. Someone said loved it. Someone's giving you. So great. I think everyone's giving you thumbs up. So that's great.
Please follow everything what is being said. Yeah. Please follow everything what is being said. Then our purpose is achieved, right, Amita? This is our whole purpose, to bring a change, to bring a difference. Right?
Absolutely. And spread the word. We are bringing the top experts here on our channel to inform all the users. So help us spread the word. That's all our request is. With that, thank you so much. Have a good night and a good morning. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Amita.